LinkedIn family, you guys are amazing. I love you. And I'm bringing you my 21st video. By the way, have any of you noticed that I've been numbering my videos just totally like mixed up? And yeah, I keep messing up the numbers. So this is video number 21. Um, and today I'm going to talk to you about insecurities. Dun, dun, dun. Um, so I'm just gonna, from my own experience, share with you how to spot some signs of insecurity in yourself or in other people and what to do about it. Now, most of everything that I'm going to share usually applies both in personal relationships and also relationships at work. Okay, should I stop my weird voice now? All right, so I used to be extremely insecure, and I still have a few insecurities about a few things, and I think most people do. And if you have no insecurities about anything, that's amazing. I'm not sure if I believe you, but that's amazing. So people have different securities. Sometimes it's about our body, our image, what we look like, what we sound like, everything that's on the outside. A lot of us have insecurities about who we are as a person, or how other people feel about us, or if we're doing a good job at something or not. There's so many different kinds of insecurities. And most people, if they don't have an insecurity now, they have had some that they've fought through in their lives at one point or another. And the thing is that sometimes it's really hard to tell if someone's insecure, and it can come off as something entirely different, and it can be really shocking. So what do we do about the fact that we all pretty much have insecurities? How does it affect us, and what can we do about it when it manifests itself either in us or in someone else? So first, how can you tell you're insecure? Something hurts when it shouldn't really hurt. What do I mean? Let's say that somebody makes a joke or a comment about you, and it's not necessarily a compliment, and it hurts in your heart like way more than it should hurt. Why? Why does it hurt? Why does it make you angry? And I know you know what I'm talking about. Like, you know when someone just makes some silly joke, or they just like sort of give you like a casual remark, and it drives you crazy because of how angry you feel, or how enraged you feel, or how hurt you feel. Like your heart is shattered and you have to like basically hide because you know kind of somewhere in your mind that it's a little bit ridiculous that you even feel that way. It doesn't really make sense. That is a sign of insecurity. And the reason why you feel that way is because they've just hit a soft spot for you, something about yourself that you're kind of not sure about yourself. You're not really confident, because if you were, it wouldn't bother you. So let's say that I was a gold medalist for volleyball. I love volleyball. Anyways, and then somebody came up to me and said, you are like the worst volleyball player, or like, yeah, nice hit, or I don't know, just some sort of insult about my volleyball playing. It wouldn't hurt me, and it wouldn't bother me, and it wouldn't piss me off at all. But if let's say that I'll take one that's close to home. Sometimes I get insecure about my parenting and about what I do as a parent and what I don't do. So let's say that I'm this gold medalist volleyball player, and instead of telling me that I suck at volleyball, this person tells me that I bet you it's hard that you're away from your kids all the time. I wonder how they feel about that. Ooh. If I'm insecure about my parenting and I'm questioning whether I'm doing the best job, or I don't really know deep down inside if I'm a good mom, that's gonna hurt me. Like, it's either gonna enrage me and I'm gonna want to slap them in the face, or it's gonna like break my heart and I'm gonna feel like totally horrible. So that is one way of recognizing that you have insecurities is that you get this like reaction that is a little bit out of your control. And going deeper on this subject, and I'm not going to elaborate, but you can also have reactions to certain post-traumatic stress disorder symptoms. But one way that you can look into it is if you have those kind of reactions and they're like just sort of unrealistically a big deal for what was said or done, you might want to start considering that perhaps you have some insecurities to work through. And what to do about that? Well, first of all, admitting that you have insecurities is a huge deal, because I don't know about you, but I really don't want to admit that I have an insecurity, because I really would prefer to believe that I've got all my shit together and that I have no problems. So facing it and admitting it is a huge step. That's where you want to start. And the rest will kind of follow. You'll kind of figure out what you need to do about it. Okay, so I have this, now what? You're not really going to want to settle with that anymore. Now, if someone else has insecurity, there's different ways of manifesting, but I'll just talk about one way today. Let's say that you have somebody at work or at home, and it's kind of like the exact reverse. Let's say it's your secretary or your colleague or, your husband or whatever, wife, and you make some comment that wasn't ill-intended. Either you meant it to be a joke, or you just kind of like, you're making an observation about something, or it just, you say something or you look at them a certain way and suddenly it's like their whole face changes, or they get angry, or they get defensive, or they walk away, and you're literally left like scratching your head and thinking, oh my God, what did I just do? Probably it's an insecurity that you just kind of went and like stuck a knife in without realizing it. If you do that on purpose, that's not very nice. But anyways, when someone in your life has insecurities, the best thing that you can do is try to be sensitive. Like, I'm not saying that you need to walk around on eggshells all the time. Again, you can't feed the monster. That's not going to help them. But you can talk about it and ask them, what is it about it that hurt them or upset them? It's good to communicate, but avoiding it is not the answer. So let's say that the person is insecure about their handwriting or cooking, let's just say. Purposely going out of your way to like always compliment them on their handwriting, or lying about it and saying that they do have good handwriting, or that the food that they make is really good, is not gonna like help the situation. And trust me, I've been that person on the other side where I'm like, just tell me I'm the prettiest. I don't care if it's true, but that doesn't help me. Like, and I'm not saying that your job is to like bring reality to their face. You don't have to necessarily purposely provoke them to feel that insecure feeling. Obviously, if you care about them, you don't want them to feel that way. However, I would say don't try to shelter them or protect them from the reality of the fact that they have an issue inside of their heart, and it's about them. It's not about you. So you don't have to change. You don't have to do anything differently. It's about them. However, obviously, if you love them and care about them, you're going to be more sensitive. There's a balance to this, right? I don't know if this is going to help any of you. It's just a little tip on how to recognize certain signs of insecurity that I'm familiar with, and maybe 1 or 2 steps of what to do about it when you see it or recognize it. Hope this helps.